Hey everyone, welcome to Tuesday Tips. I'm Marin Smith, Director of Communications and Brand here at Grow Schools, and we're here Tuesday, 10 a.m. Pacific, 1 p.m. Eastern, talking about what's keeping school leaders up at night. And today I've got Kerry from the enrollment marketing team joining me. Hi, Kerry.
Hi.
Thanks for being here. We are both wearing stripes by accident, and we are here talking about turning your happiest families into school ambassadors. The reality is, as Kerry will share with us, no ad campaign will ever be as effective as a parent telling a neighbor, hey, you should really check out this school. So we're going to dig into how to actually make that happen in a way that feels authentic and not forced. So let's jump in. Kerry, my first question for you is, first of all, why does this matter? Why are family ambassadors more effective than an ad campaign?
Yeah, you said it right. No ad can do what a happy parent can do. So when a family genuinely loves your school and talks about it out in the community, at a birthday party, in a neighboring neighborhood Facebook group, at the grocery store, that's peer-to-peer credibility, and that's something that ads just can't replicate. And coming from a friend, it lands completely differently. Ads create awareness, but a real parent saying, we love it here and here's why, creates conviction. So, as an enrollment marketer, I always tell schools that their most powerful channel is already sitting in the carpool lane. The question is whether they're activating it.
Yeah, I love that. Already sitting in the carpool lane. Easy way to think about it. So how do schools identify which families make the best ambassadors? Like, are there any signs that someone might be ready to take on that role?
Yeah. So you usually don't have to look hard. They're already talking. These are the families who stop you in the hallway to tell you how much their child loves their teacher. They're the ones leaving those glowing comments on your social posts or showing up to every event. And they re-enroll without hesitation. The re-enrollment moment is actually one of those clearest signals that you have. So when a family re-enrolls, especially if they had options, that's them voting for the school. That's your ambassador.
Yeah, so they self-identify, in other words.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's great. And I know what's so valuable about, having folks like you on the enrollment marketing team, join us for Tuesday Tips is you're working directly with schools. And so I'm curious, have you seen situations where a referral program doesn't quite work a way a school was hoping, or one that did feel awkward or forced, or I guess the other way, could you share one that was successful?
Yeah, so the programs that fail are the ones that treat referrals like a transaction. So here's a discount, go find us a family. That's what's not to do. The ones that work make families feel like the insiders who are proud to share something great. So a few things do have to be in place. The ask needs to be specific and easy, and the timing has to catch a family in a high joy moment. So, for instance, when a family re-enrolls, that's a signal that they're happy and a perfect moment to say, do you know anyone else who'd be a great fit here? Right after a big school event, so when families are buzzing, is one of those great windows. And also closing the loop is important for a successful referral program. So it can be the difference between what can turn a one-time referral into a long-time ambassador. One thing that schools sometimes skip is following up with a referred family in a timely fashion and mentioning who sent them. So you can say, so and so mentioned you might be exploring options for next year. We're so glad that they thought of you. It honors that referral, it warms the new lead, and it makes the ambassador feel like it matters. And it's not a one-off, that's something to keep the momentum going. So if a family took the time to refer a friend, update that ambassador on how the referrals are going, and people are more likely to stay engaged when they feel like it's working.
Yeah, I love that advice. I guess that leads me to wonder, when making the ask of the family to take on something like this, people are busy, especially families with school-age children. So, what does that ask look like? And what are things that might help them say yes, or make them feel like this is not a huge lift? or make them feel empowered to take this on?
Yeah. So a personal ask from the head of school or the director of admissions is always going to outperform a mass email. You want the ask to feel like an honor, not a chore. So it's great to frame it as we grow best with families like yours that recommend families like yours. So it's a compliment and an ask at the same time. By removing barriers that make it difficult to refer someone is also great. So giving them a pre-written text that they can literally copy and paste makes it so easy for families to share. When the ask is simple, most families will say yes without a second thought.
Yeah, and I mean that kind of, you anticipated one of my next curiosities, which is what can schools hand them to make this super easy? Is there anything beyond that messaging piece that you've seen schools hand off, like something more visual, again, without it feeling like a sales pitch, maybe?
Yeah. So most families want to talk about your school. They just don't know what or how to say it in a way that feels natural. So just by making it easy, by giving them a one pager with a few 2 to 3 honest answers to questions that parents are usually asking, like how do I respond when a friend asks about the school? And it doesn't have to be static. This can be evolving throughout the year. So some schools will share a snapshot of some highlights for that month about what happened at the school that families can forward to a friend who might be on the fence. It's simple and incredibly shareable. And another way is through social media, creating pre-written social captions that they can post just with one tap. It can be a milestone moment, a student spotlight, event recaps, classroom wins. We want those families to repost the content so it travels and gets shown to their followers. A key here is to not only design content for people who are already following you, but design it for the stranger who's going to see it when a current family reposts it. That kind of reframing changes everything about how you build your school graphics and write your captions. And after a big win or an award or an accreditation, send families that one-liner that they can drop into a conversation or a text. It's very low lift, but has a very high potential impact.
Yeah. Well, it sounds like for some schools, an important first step is to be really crisp on their own messaging first, before you can ask somebody else to do an elevator pitch for your school. You have to be able to do it yourself. So it could be a good opportunity to kind of take a step back and say, how easy is it for us to deliver this to somebody else in a way that feels nice and clean. So yeah, really, really good tips there. As we kind of wrap up, I'm curious if you have anything really tactical here to offer at the end, as far as how a school leader might start doing this right now. We're heading into, many schools are already wrapping up the school year or have wrapped up. Seems like they're wrapping up earlier and earlier these days in certain parts of the country. Others have, a month to go or so, but heading into summer, folks are still making some enrollment choices for fall. What steps can they take right now, listening to you?
So right now they could share a simple stat in their next newsletter, a percentage. So 30% of our new families this year came through referrals from families like you. So you're building community, you're also planting a seed. So if at this time when everyone's so busy, parents read it and think, oh, so-and-so mentioned that they were looking for a new school, I should refer them. It's low effort, it's genuine, and it reminds your whole community that they're already part of something worth sharing. So start there, then follow up with your families who engage with it, and then those are your next ambassadors.
Yeah, I love that. And so what I'm hearing is your happiest families who self-identify are that recruitment tool, but you need to ask them for permission and willingness to participate, and they need other tools from you. And when you make it simple and give families the language to use, to have that kind of word of mouth, that becomes scalable. And, I hear from schools a lot that word of mouth is still really effective, even in our, increasingly digital age. So I think all of that connects really well. Well, thank you so much, Kerry. This was so helpful, and thanks for being here to offer this practical advice. You can catch us here Tuesdays at 10 a.m. Pacific, 1 p.m. Eastern. And if you want more enrollment strategy and family engagement, you can head over to growschools.com and check out our resource library. So thanks, Kerry.
Thank you.
All right. We'll see you next time.